So I'm up here again. Didn't have to work, so I'm solo. It's so quiet up here. I spent the night, but I brought up some tools. I was able to drive my car. It's so much better to drive my car than the pickup because this has AC. It's a smoother ride. It doesn't swallow the gas. So let me pull some of the tools I brought out the trunk and start with my day. Let's see what I could get done. I want to cut the grass, but it's too wet. So I'm gonna probably paint, maybe rip down some boards and then cut the grass. Jen wanted me to come up to collect the tomatoes, but the tomatoes are still green. Most people, be honest with you, most people like myself, I work Monday through Friday. My commute is a nightmare every day. Most people, they go home, they go out to eat, they sleep in till 10 the next day, unless they have kids, and usually they're up a little earlier, and then they sit around watching TV. I went from work, home, jumped in my car, and drove another 2.5 hours up here. It was too dark when I got up here last night, so I started early today, and I'll see what I can get done. And hopefully a lot. And that's how shit gets done. All right, let me show you what I'm up to now. Burning some old scraps. Basically still working on the shack. I'm about to try to start painting and cut the grass after. But this is as far as I got in here. Just got really dark. So the back wall, I didn't go all the way to the ceiling yet. I have to rip a piece. That's gonna be a pain. I still have to do these two walls. I'm not gonna have enough material, but I may start them. And I have to put one more piece on top here. Now, folks, this is what I'm doing. The closing, a lot of people are asking, how are you going to close this in? Well, I don't have to close it in. It is an outdoor kitchen. This is good ventilation. But I think it would look better than leaving it like it is. I've seen people rip strips like this one here I ripped. Well, here's the ripped long pieces and just run them straight down to the other side and have like 3 of them. So for like you know, decoration, to break it up, just have a big void. But what I'm thinking I'm going to try to do is I'm going to run this track basically like this, okay, and then I'm going to run my track wherever it is. I put it somewhere. I have screen, and it's a track for the screen. I think it's called Tight Screen or something like that. You could get it at Lowe's, and it's a lot cheaper than going on the internet. I think I already went over this. If you watched my porch video, when I screened in the porch, I wanted to get some Tight Screen or something it's called. You could go on YouTube and watch it. And some of these people were getting it, and it's so expensive, like the system, or have someone to install it. So I was like, went to Amazon. I looked at all the packets, and I was like, oh my god, this would cost me like, you know, anywhere between $600 to $1,000 to screen in 3 windows. So I said, forget that. And I went to Lowe's. I was looking at the screens, and I see these tracks, and I started looking at it. It's the same thing. So, and they're like, you know, $7 for a 10-foot section. So it's really cheap. It's very easy to install, and it keeps the screen real tight. And if you have to go back and adjust it, it isn't super hard. I have 2 daddy long legs battling it out right here. So that's what I'm gonna do. It comes with a little track. I ripped these down to exact measurement of the track. I'm gonna screw the track on all the way around, then tuck my screen in and cap it, and then trim. and hopefully it comes out good, but that won't be till probably next time I'm up here. But that is what I'm going to try to do. We'll see what happens, and hopefully that answers your questions and I don't get too many more in my inbox. All right, let's take a look what I got accomplished today. As you see, the grass was cut. The weed whacker ran out of string and my push mower wouldn't start because it must have leaked gas. I filled it up last time before I left and there's no gas in it now, so I'll take a look at that. So I couldn't get really in tight spots without the push mower, so, and I don't have no more gas. Now I just came up here solo for one day and we got a lot accomplished. The paint, second coat, looks great. I actually painted the windowsill here. There's some ash from the, I've been burning stuff all day trying to clean up. You take a look. I did get this wall completed. I like how the windowsill turned out. I will be putting some farm trim, window trim around there. I only brought this up to the top of the wall because on the top there, I don't know if you can see it, see the strip that I put? That's going to be for the screening, so I can't have that blocking it. Like this back there, it's going to go all the way up eventually when I get some more wood. I actually ran out of wood. I have like 3 more pieces. I didn't want to even start this. The solar is actually working very well. Just hooked up to that one little battery, and the battery is completely charged. I'm not really running anything on it. That's going to be the test. I shouldn't say it's running well because I'm not really running anything, but these lights work perfect. I was kind of scared to leave it unattended, but I was gone for a week and came back and it's battery's charged. Everything looks good. There's my panels, a little dusty. Now, I had it all planned out. I was gonna go ahead and make a little dinner and then and go to bed. It's starting to get dark. It's almost 8 o'clock. I actually cut the trails almost all the way down to the creek. But what ended up happening, I watered the garden. I got in my car to move the car forward just a little bit so I could cut the grass over here. As you can see, the grass is still a little high under my car because my car won't start. Folks, you know, if you watch my videos, I never drive my car here. I always bring the pickup truck. The pickup truck got 230,000 miles on it and never fails me. This thing still got under 100,000 miles, second engine in it, and I think it has less than probably like less than 2,000 miles on this new engine. I parked it here last night, not a problem coming up. It was great. I actually had AC. The truck doesn't have AC anymore. I parked it. I got in just to move it up and it doesn't start at all. Nothing. I looked up on the internet what it could be. Could be tons of things. Starter. I don't think the battery's dead. The lights work, everything works on it. Some say it could be the key fob. So I have Jen coming up now. She's bringing my other key fob. I'm going to try to jump it off of Brittany's car just in case. And if that doesn't work, I'll have to get it towed and then spend more money. This car has been nothing but problems and headaches. Good looking car. I like the car. I like to drive the car, but nothing but problems. I had a huge nightmarish story that I was going to share with everyone. I shared some of it on my Facebook about Hyundais. And this is my second Sonata and my last. I will never buy another Hyundai again. I don't care what, just the customer service end of it was horrific. I mean, oh my God, what a nightmare story, but that's a hour episode by itself, and I documented everything. So just be warned. I think they actually learned not to put those engines in the car any longer. But nothing but nightmare stories about this car. All right, anyway, enough about that. I'm waiting for Jen to come up right now. Maybe she'll make it in the video. I think Brittany's driving her up here. I feel kind of bad because I'm sure she didn't want to just come up for the night and then we'll leave in the morning, and she didn't want to drive herself, so my daughter's going to take her. Take a look over here. I'm planning to come up here with some of my co-workers, and I'm planning to come up with some of my co-workers and have a just a day at the cabin, you know, so maybe spend Saturday night here, go home Sunday morning, and we're going to bring up some of our favorite rifles and handguns and have a shootout. But this is basically, I have a big piece of property, and this right here is going to be, I think, the range for this time until I could get time to make a better spot. Now take a look. There you have it. So I'm sure if you're going to be shooting pistols, you're going to be up close right here. Now the ground goes all the way up, so this would be the range. I have a couple steel targets. Those will be fun. I think if I come way back here, if you watch my shooting video, I was shooting from way back here, and I think this is 50 yards where the target is. So it's a pretty good distance for popping off a couple rounds and not have to go too far. Cabin's right there. All right, so now I wait for Jen. I'm not sure how much of this will make into the video, but I'm waiting for Jen. Throw some wood on the fire, have a nice fire. Maybe when they come, won't be too mad at me. Sit around the fire or something. All right, now we wait for Jen. Piece of shit cars. Second Sonata, both engines were replaced in both of the vehicles. Yeah, okay. I bought the second one before the first engine blew on the other one. Like I said, I love the car, but if you think about it, I had this car for 4 years. Engine went in 3 years. Known manufacturer problem. They tried to pass it off on the consumer and didn't want to go ahead and do the 100,000 mile drivetrain warranty. Supposed to be the best warranty in the business. It is, if they honor it. They didn't want to honor it. I had to fight. Took like 4 months, no car, for a warranty that they should have covered, and they did. Eventually they did, but I don't know how many people that wouldn't go and fight like I did, and just I lived on the phone. And all those people that have this is a known problem. You Google it on Google, it's pops up everywhere. People had this problem with the engines failing. But how many people just gave up after their 30th phone call and just said, all right, forget it, and still making payments on a car that they just junked, and they're making payments on a car they don't have any longer, and it was under 100,000 miles that was supposed to be covered under their drivetrain warranty, but they don't want to cover it. That just is mind-blowing, but it happened. I lived through it. Jen lived through it. Well, all right, folks, it is Sunday morning, and my savior, Brittany, is here.
Hello.
And Jen and Brittany came up last night to rescue me because my shitty shit car crapped out. I called for a tow, and I asked them, you know, I'm supposed to get free towing from the Hyundai dealer under 100,000 miles, and I'm still under 100,000 miles, and they were going to give me the tow, but they're going to tow it like 30 miles more north of here. And then basically what happens is you'll get it repaired, then someone, usually during the week, or we have to make their hours, they have to my wife has to drive all the way up there, you know, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, whatever it may be, to collect the car. And so someone has to drive her there. So I use my AAA. AAA has increased their rates, of course, to $3 a mile to $5 a mile. The trip to tow it back to my mechanic is 30 miles over the 100-mile, free 100 miles. And I told Jennifer we should get the 200-mile platinum, just pay it. And she's like, nah, we never use it. So we're getting ready. I don't know if you can see the monster spider web up there. There's a lot of spider webs up here this trip. But Jen's vacuuming. She's like, we can't leave till I clean up the cabin. Yep. So the local AAA driver called me. He's the only one in this area because we're out in the boonies, and he asked me if he could bring it, pick it up tomorrow. I made arrangements with him. He's going to come up here, grab the car, and bring it down tomorrow. And a round trip is about a 5-hour trip. So that's where we're at. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for spending some time up at the cabin with me and my adventure of driving my car for the first time. Learned that lesson. Next time I see you, we'll probably be wrapping up the snack shack here, Jen's snack shack, and we'll go from there and see what's next on the build. All right, thanks for watching. Hit that notification button, hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. That motivates me to make more videos. Give me those thumbs up. That helps me out as well. And if you like the content, I'll keep it coming when I got time. If I don't have time, don't worry, I'm okay. You can always subscribe to my Facebook, because my Facebook I update a lot more than my YouTube channel, because it's easy to just go on Facebook and post something instead of, you know, shooting the footage, editing the footage, putting up the footage. So subscribe. All right, thanks everyone. Peace.